World Cup, World Cup, World Cup, World Cup, World Cup, man. Never fails to disappoint. I'm not gonna lie. There could have been more drama today if the ref wanted to create some drama in the in the USA Iran game. He decided not to. He decided to be a dickhead. So it is what it is. But yeah, man. World Cup Daily's back. I'm hosting today because Grizz ain't here. Grizz, I think he's partying in like the 90-minute studio, so he's doing what he accuses me of doing every day. So I'll hold that. But yeah, man, we got an esteemed panel here. First up, what happened today, guys? Senegal turned up without Mane. Mane-less Senegal turned up. Netherlands strolled through, although they didn't excite. 2-0 against Qatar. Qatar, the worst hosts in terms of a footballing perspective ever. In terms of an actual perspective, who knows? England send Wales back home. Wales are going to have to wait until England bring back the World Cup to the British Isles to see the World Cup again. And USA take custody of democracy against Iran. So big games on the line. World War III ain't started yet. I'm seeing two happy Yanks, I think, down below. Although I never know what Zaberi's thinking. So it is what it is. But to my I don't know what you guys are saying, but I think that's to my right. To my left, to my right. We've got the man. No beats. How we doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Chilling. Another day of World Cup down the drain. we're still good. Chat. First thing I've got to do. Indian scouts are always on it. This guy's always on it. Smash the likes when you come in, people. You know what to do. We're about to have another crazy show. So yeah, no, it is interesting contest. England, Senegal. We got last 16 games to talk about. So it's starting to cook. The World Cup's starting to cook. Down below, my fellow young buck, Michael. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, bro. USA advanced. Man United taking over Qatar. It's looking good over here.
Zoobs, you got your sleep. You didn't have to wake up for any 5 a.m. games or whatever. Both of you, to be fair. Oh God, good enough sleep.
Yeah, no, I was still up still. Yeah, I can't sleep, man. Just a lot going on. But that USA game, man, that took me in properly, man. Like I literally just woke up. As soon as the final whistle went, that's when I woke up. I was like, oh, good God, thank God, man. That game was dry.
Actually, because I watched the England game the whole time, and I was thinking at half time, I've chosen the wrong game here.
That's what you said for the England game.
Yeah, no, the England game turned up in the second half. The first half was it was feeling a bit England USA again. I was like, oh, here we go again. Henderson's getting slandered. You know, I didn't need this, but it turned up. Manny boys, thank you, Manny boys, because you're gonna deter from any sort of scouts. And Trent got an appearance.
Finally,
but, yeah, finally. So, but first thing we've got to do, we've got to look at Group A. The alphabet starts with A. The World Cup groups start with A. Ecuador, Senegal. Ecuador needed a draw. Nah. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Have an Ecuador bottle job.
Yeah, they sat back too much. They were playing for that draw, and it's always dangerous when you play for a draw. You can you tend to leave the football pitch with regrets. We should have done more. We should have done this. We should have done that. That's why it's best to leave it all out on the pitch, the final game. Go for it. Don't leave it to chance. Anything can happen, even in the last minute, what have you. Yeah, it was Senegal scored from a penalty in the first half, I believe, and it was looking a little bit dry. Senegal was looking a bit toothless without that pen and without that a set piece. I believe it was a set piece. Was it a set piece?
Yeah, all of them came from a set piece.
Yeah. So Senegal, I mean they're a solid team. It's hard for teams to break them down, but I'm concerned for them going forward with regards to I know they're playing England next, and would they give England any problems? They're looking a little bit toothless, to say the least.
Yeah, I agree. I think I said it earlier there on Twitter too. I said Ecuador have been one of the best attacking teams the first 2 games against Qatar. They showed off. Even against Netherlands, they probably should have won that game. They absolutely dominated them. But today they came and like they didn't press. Their press has been incredible the first 2 games. They didn't show it, and then they started attacking to it. And I'm really sad because I actually love them. Moises Caicedo's had an amazing tournament. He's probably raised his price a couple 10, 15 million. Both of our clubs are obviously interested in him. And in Valencia, he didn't show up today after showing up the first couple of games. But for Senegal, they just wanted it more. From the first couple of minutes, you knew they were trying to like attack. Dia missed like a couple of big chances early on. And Ismail Assar had that Ecuador right back on toast the whole game. He was cooking him. And Koulibaly, that's a captain's performance. He stepped up. He hasn't stepped up for Chelsea so far this season, but when he puts on that Senegal shirt, he turns into Napoli Koulibaly, and that's a great clutch goal. So got to big them up. And as for England, if they had Mane, I'd actually pick Senegal to win. But the fact that they don't have Mane, that attack would just Harry Maguire and John Stones are going to have a easy day for them, to be honest.
Soup. Right. Do you?
Yeah.
Talk to me about this first of all.
This game is actually weird for me, man. But this guy on the screen, man, he stepped up. I guess people was questioning him. I was questioning him a little bit. Wanted him at Liverpool at one time. I guess I wouldn't rate him as highly as I did. You know, people just call him like a pace merchant. You know, I think he was at Watford. I think he might be still at Watford. Yeah. He stepped up, man. He was definitely applying the pressure. I'm surprised they still couldn't get something from open play. I don't like teams that can't get a goal from open play, you know. But then in the tournament, sometimes you might just win dirty. They did win dirty, man. Set pieces, goal, pen, set piece, same thing from Ecuador. I don't know what their game plan was. I don't think they was going for the draw. I think they was just in and about it, causing problems, causing chaos, looking for fouls, looking for yellow cards, looking for red cards, just doing the most, really, man. Just playing anti-football, and that's why they come up short. Looking for that draw, they didn't get anything from open play. I think all their goals before this game was from open play. So I'm actually a bit surprised they didn't try to create something. Yeah, I watched the wrong games today. So I watched this game and I watched the USA game, and I'm telling you, man, I'm not in the way. Just not, just not in the way.
I don't imagine Netherlands Qatar would have been any more exciting.
No, I give us that too.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, Group A, like, it's not been the most exhilarating group. You expect the Qatar to turn up and actually play decent football. Netherlands just barraging their way to the next round. Ecuador in bits, look good. They look fun. But then Senegal also defensively solid. Like, it wasn't the most exciting group. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Mo, let's just talk about Senegal. Where do you see Senegal? Can you see Senegal past the last 16? Because it's looking pretty ominous for them.
Yeah, it is. The only way I see Senegal qualifying is if they take England to penalties and then somehow win that. I wasn't confident with Ismail Assar's penalty when he stepped up, because I remember the one that he missed for Watford last season against Man United. It was just some timid penalty, so I wasn't confident. But then he slotted it nicely. So the only way I see them, they're very solid. They're very hard to break down, but they are pretty toothless. And for England I think England can sustain them, but with also England, they've got issues with regards to, and we'll touch upon that they lack like to shift the gears in the game. They're happy to play at a certain gear, and they can't bring it up unless they after the first goal. We'll speak about that later anyway. But yeah, so that's the only way I see Senegal going through. Without Mane, without that attacking threat, I don't see Senegal going through, to be honest. I think this is the furthest they can get out of the group, and that's it.
We'll get into it, but I completely agree with this. I think Senegal, they're going to be so hard to like break down. Like they're dynamic, they're aggressive, they're defensively amazing. Their midfield is what will run into the ground. Forwards as well run themselves into the ground, but there's not that sort of extra quality that squads like England at the moment have, France have. say Portugal might have it. It's got that little bit of flair at the front end of the pitch. And I think, man, in World Cups, games are normally 0-0 for 45, 60 minutes. It's about who wears down who can bring on difference makers. And I think when it comes to it, England are going to be too strong in post 60 minute in that game. But we won't dwell on that too long. I want to talk about Netherlands, Qatar. First of all, I'm going to go to you, Zoobs. How disappointing have Qatar been in terms of a footballing like host?
I couldn't say I was expecting much for them because I never even knew they had a football team, and I thought
They won the Asia Cup though. They won the Asia Cup, which they beat Japan in the finals. So, hey, who knows how they won that? But
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. You know, take certain things with a pinch of salt. That's one of them. I'll take with a lot of salt, man, because they haven't turned up in the World Cup. I think they're winless in all 3 games, man. That's not really a good host. I mean, maybe it is a good host. Come in here, man. We'll just give you all the points, you know. So that's how it's looking on paper right now, and that's how I can judge them right now, man. I think Japan has turned up. They haven't. And as far as hosts, man, like I said, I never expected much from them from the first game till now. I'm like, yeah, I can't see where they're gonna get these points, you know. Coming up against Netherlands, Gakpo running up at them looking mad, man. So yeah, I never really gave them a shot. I don't know why some people gave them a shot. You can't really buy your way through football. You know what I mean? Football usually does the talking. Like I believe football is a language. I don't think these men understand that language or took that class in school, bro.
Do you know what I think? It's with Qatar. They either, when you're hosting it, it either makes you. So, for example, if you go back to the 2002 World Cup and you saw South Korea bring it because
of jammy. That was too much,
bro. But they went for it because the crowd was with them. They had no fear, and with Qatar, I think it stifled them. The expectations and winning that Asian Cup probably stifled them to what is it like choking at this World Cup, and they didn't turn up at all. They didn't even show no heart. Their fans didn't even turn up. Saudi fans are turning up more. Moroccan fans are turning up more. And this is your own country, so it's just kind of disappointing.
It's not the biggest place, to be fair. Like, they probably haven't as many fans. And to be fair, a lot of their fans are apparently supporting other nations. So it is what it is. Michael, baller, Cody Gakpo, 3-3. United bound?
I think he is. For me, he's personally not my cup of tea in terms of a footballer. I don't really want him, but it's inevitable, so I have to back him. But for me, he's very similar to Marcus Rashford, who we already have. So it's not I don't think that those two could play together up top because like there's no one that's gonna be able to hold up the ball. But I can't deny his shot, his ball striking is incredible. He's got an eye for goal. His GA numbers this year are through the roof. I know it's Eredivisie and Europa League, but you still got to put up those numbers. So, and he's 3 for 3, so I can't give him anything. But this Dutch team is so mid. Like I had I had like high hopes coming from this tournament, but this midfield, Klaassen, I don't know what this guy does in life because he ain't good at football. De Jong is good, and Martin de Roon, I would rather play Timo Koopmeiners there. Dumfries, I call the Dutch Wan-Bissaka. I don't rate him. And Daley Blind is 45 years old with a heart condition. No offense to him, but he should not be on that left-hand side. The defense is solid. Van Dijk, Ake, Timber, that's obviously their strength. And when they play USA, I expect that defense to kind of lock up the likes of Josh Sargent and Christian Pulisic. But that midfield for me, if any PNP, like you saw Ecuador, Caicedo bust that midfield. Yeah. Any midfielder that has any strength and pace about them, they're getting dominated. And USA, they have that. We'll talk about later in the Musa, McKennie, Adams. And that attack, Memphis Depay is not good. He needs to go back to the studio because I don't know about football because he ain't been on sharpness for months now.
De Jong, unbelievable baller, yeah. But after that, what have you got? Klaassen and de Roon. De Roon, I kind of rate Atalanta. He's done a decent job there. But if you'd match USA's and the Netherlands midfield up to each other, I'm saying the USA midfield comes out on top.
We're coming. We're coming.
Bro, that game is closer than a lot of people think. I still think the Dutch might edge it just because I can't see the USA having that clinical edge to sort of break down Van Dijk, Ake. Who's it again? De Ligt on the third
Timber.
one.
Timber.
Timber. Sorry,
Yeah.
Timber. But like other than that, I think Gakpo, Depay is a difference maker. If Depay can get his head in the game, get a couple goals here and there, get a goal or something, like he could be a difference maker. Him and Gakpo could work, but there's no like flair in that US team. Dumfries, you're right. The Dutch Wan-Bissaka.
Bro, this guy tried 3-step overs for the goal and none of them worked. The fullback was just staring at him like, are you going to do anything? And like this comment says, Xavi Simons, he's better than Davi Klaassen. Let's be real. Like he should be playing in that front three. Him and Gakpo already have a connection from PSV. So I'm all about an international player. I'm all about having relationship. He shot today with Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw. Like Southgate needs to implement it and Louis van Gaal needs to implement it. But he's a very stubborn man. I know it from his time at Man United. This guy, if you tell him anything, he's only doing it his way. And his way apparently is Davi Klaassen at the 10. So for me, it could potentially be his downfall.
He thinks it's Ajax 2010 all of a sudden again. Yeah, I don't know. Zoobs, because Daily Blind, that left wing back, like that's the antithesis of everything you want in a wing back, right? This guy's a left centre back. He can maybe do a job in a DM or coming on, right? Utility player. He's not dynamic down that left wing, up and down like you might see in Malasia. Zoobs, where do you pin USA in this game coming up against? Actually, ignore that for now. We'll come to that. More, where do you see any threat in this Dutch team? Do you think even if they beat the US that they can go any further, or it's just all a bit of a myth?
Actually, man, I rate Gakpo highly, man. I think he's going to the wrong team. This guy can be the threat, and he is the threat. As long as the defense, I think the Dutch team, they're good defensively. They have a lot of good defenders because I think they even got the Man U guy left back, Malasia or whatever his name is. They got a lot of defenders, and Depay on his day, I guess he can turn up. He has moments. It's not very consistent, but Gakpo, man, that guy's making his mark. He should be the threat. They don't really have a good midfield. That's the only thing they don't have. And I think this formation kind of highlights that as well. So the way they're set up, I think the manager knows that hey, the midfield isn't really that great. So that's why you can see like man like Klaassen in that position. I don't even know why he's in that position, but they don't have any midfield. I looked at the bench, man. I don't even learn those guys on the bench. They really don't have a midfield. So
I tell my guy Cooper Myers. That's a baller. So
yeah, but I mean, he's probably not really trusted by the manager.
Yeah.
You can probably make a case of getting Bergwijn on.
Yeah,
and
but then
going 3-4-3.
Yeah, but like I said, if they go 3-4-3, the midfield for USA is going to get overrun. So they have to set up in a way where they're kind of like really compact and just catch you on a counter type of thing.
What about this guy? Does anyone rate Xavi Simons in this team? Because
he's better than Davi Klaassen. He's better than Davi Klaassen.
Yeah, but I mean, look at his age, man.
He's young, but it's shocking. It's shocking.
Yeah, but you got to throw these kids onto the stage sometimes. You just got to throw them onto the stage. See what they do.
And he's used to being in the same shoe. He's been like people have been throwing his name in there for like 5 years now. He's been a wonder kid since La Masia day. So like he's used to having some kind of pressure on him. And Arsenal, Europa League, he absolutely dunked on them. He was the best player on that pitch. And for me, I think he could do something. And even Frimpong, I think he's better than Dumfries, but Dumfries will always start. But I don't know.
I'd be looking at Frimpong and Malasia as your wing backs and getting either Bergwijn or Xavi Simons in because but it's Van Gaal, right? I actually rate him as a manager, right? He's a legend of the game. But he's too stubborn. He thinks it's 2014. He thinks he can 2014 it. Essentially, he thinks he can 3-5-2 it to the final, to the semi penalty shootout away from the final, right? You can't. Football's moved on. They will get caught out, I feel, at one stage, or they might do that Croatia thing, where they're defensively solid and penalty shoot out their way to the semis, and then get a lucky win in the semis. That's the only route I can see from Netherlands in getting to the final. But yeah, like Group A, Moro, I don't know if you've got any thoughts on it, but it wasn't very inspiring in all. Three match weeks of genuinely drab football.
Yeah, you can see Group A that almost all the teams in it had like issues attacking. With the Netherlands is obviously in midfield. Gakpo's been turning up and doing well, and I see the comparisons with Rashford. Although I see he looks like he has better finishing, where he aims for the sides, where Rashford tends to blast it in on goal and hopes for the best, like his second goal today. Well, he could have passed it to Wilson. Wilson was nice and open, but yeah. So, yes, they're not inspiring, to be honest, and shocking. Like I know Ash said it earlier that it's shocking from Van Gaal to leave out Gravenberch just because and take some of these kids that are not, he knows are not going to get any game time. Gravenberch, for me, I rate him very highly. It can do well with driving of the ball, create, strong on the ball, fast, dynamic, can shoot, and all of that is missing from your midfield at the moment. And yeah, we know that De Jong scored today, but let's be real, I don't see anything coming from Holland or the Netherlands, let's say, going forward. And I said earlier that now tournaments, and you said it, it's not the tournaments of old, that football nowadays favors the brave, and those teams that try to sit in and hope for the best will end up leaving with regrets.
Yeah, man. I just like
chill on Gravenberch. That's disrespectful.
I think he is a baller, man. Like, but it's just I don't know. Van Gaal has this whole like you can't get in the World Cup squad unless you're playing things. So it is what it is. But it's a Netherlands problem. It's not a me problem. It's a him problem. It's not any of us problem. So enough of that drab group. I'm not gonna lie, that group has pissed me off. So we're gonna move on. Guys, smash the like button. Please smash the like button. Honestly, it does absolute bits for the channel. More than you believe. Anyway, onto a team that have 9 goals in the World Cup now, which I believe is more than anyone else. More than Spain. It is more than Spain as of now. So yeah, the tour. Ooh.
What's that?
You're muted.
Damn, I think my mic just might have broken. Here's what it is, guys. England, Wales. Zoobs, were you watching this? You weren't watching this game, were you? No, you watched
I went somewhere else, man. I'll let you, man, figure out which is the better company over there from that Brexit situation and all that good stuff, man. I don't even know if they're countries or just states, man, at this point. Yes, I'll let you, man, figure this one out. Yeah, I was more in charge of your headline, man. Yeah, I'm more interested in the battle of democracy, like you said.
Democracy. Yeah, man. I mean, like these ratings pretty much sum up the game. Rashford, you know what? The first half, Mo, like it was pretty. It felt like the USA game. Rashford missed a big chance to go 1-0 up. England had like 80% of the ball. But yeah, the big things were Henderson in, Walker in, Foden in, Rashford in. What did you make of those 4 players and their sort of impact on the game?
Yeah, as I said, England was playing at a slow pace. It wasn't. They weren't utilizing the pace that they had in there. Likes of Rashford, Foden is being underused, and it was just uninspiring. You know, like I had both games on, and every time I looked at the England game, it was like the first half. It was like, okay, the USA game is looking a lot better here. Like I can see it's going back and forth at the moment. But England, I don't know, Harry Kane was dropping it far too deep. And then he's just, all he's doing is just trying to hold up the play and just look for those fouls. And it wasn't putting anyone through. And it was just it was lethargic football, man. Walker was uninspired. Like you're here, you're playing against Wales, who don't show any ambition. They weren't showing any ambition. They were just trying to keep the score down in my estimation. And Gareth Southgate could have went a little bit more attacking and just go for it. As I said, I keep saying that fortune will favor the brave, man, in this competition. And if you're not brave against a lower opposition and you're scared, Wales had to score 4 goals. 4 goals. Why would you be scared and just go attack them, man, and start to sharpen your attacking knives for the rest of the tournament? It is what it is. It went. The first half was a bit drab. I don't know how you guys found it. I know the other two were watching the USA.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was tweeting more than I was. Like, when you're on Twitter and you're just trying to keep yourself entertained.
Yeah,
it was one of them games. It was, but to be fair, the second half, man, England turned up. I was glued to my screen. I'm not gonna lie. I think Rice, Henderson, Bellingham had a good game from I think the 30th minute onwards. Before that, I love the guy. I would pay anything. I'll put all my money into buying Bellingham to Liverpool. Right? I'd give up any sort of future mortgage, anything to get this guy to the club. But I actually forgot he was playing. I genuinely forgot he was playing. I knew Rice was playing. I knew Henderson was playing because the timeline were going nuts because he was playing first time crosses again. I knew Hendo was playing. But first of all, we're gonna get onto Hendo because I thought he grew into the game and actually had a pretty good game. But Jude, until he did that mazy run where he sort of combined with Foden, he went missing. But he was also playing on the wrong side. Or like Blake says, he was playing more in a 10 role. He had freedom to sort of roam around. So the England back four is solid. Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw. It's good to see him go to the back four. I think that's going to be the back four now for the next few games. What does he do in midfield, guys? Because Bellingham, Rice, Henderson on paper, that's going to be hard to break down. But do you still need to get maybe drop a Foden in there and get Saka on the wing? Do you go back to Mason Mount? Calvin Phillips, I thought, had a decent game off the bench. So
I'd bring him in, actually. I'd bring in Calvin Phillips and play Jude and Rice as 8s. I think Rice can carry the ball up better, as an 8. He could progress the ball, and then you just let Jude cook in the final third, which is what he's best at. And I think Calvin Phillips, especially in the round, especially once the knockout stage, you're going to need someone to control the tempo and make that game at your own pace. And Calvin Phillips is the only English midfielder that can play the game at his own pace. I don't think, no offense to Jordan Henderson, but I really remember what he did against Croatia. That guy was lumping that ball up 95 million times and nothing worked. That's the Hall of Shame performances, And for me, Jude, people keep thinking of that he's some bot, he's some 8, 6 high. He's not a 10, but he's a final third playmaker. That's where all his magic happens. He needs to be given that freedom to drive into the final third and let his instincts take over. That's the kind of midfielder he is. And then as for front 3, I'd start Rashford over Sterling personally. I'm not even trying to be biased. I just think Rashford makes more runs than Raheem Sterling in 2022. And when you have someone like Harry Kane who thinks he's a DM these days, you need someone like Rashford that's going to be making those runs. And the right wing, I would personally start Bukayo Saka at the right wing. I think he's better on the right than Phil Foden.
Yeah, Rashford, I think is undroppable now. I don't think you can go into that Senegal game and drop him. I think Rashford, Kane, and one other. Because Kane's not going to get dropped. And I know people saying Kane hasn't scored any goals. Check the England second goal, right? Check Raheem Sterling goal against Iran. Kane's playmaking bag is insane. This guy, I won't be surprised if he goes the whole tournament without a goal, but still, on the eye, actually has a good tournament because he's setting up these guys left, right, and centre. He's set up, played a beautiful ball for Rashford in the first half. Kane is still giving something to this team, and he got half an hour rest today. Hopefully, that sort of, from an England perspective, that sort of gives him a bit more in the legs for the next game. But hey, if he does what he did in the Euros and goes the groups without scoring and then turns up in the knockouts, then hey, who cares? But Foobs, I don't really want to talk about Wales. I want to stick on to England.
Yeah, man, please do, because I want to ask a question about Walker, man. His rating is looking mad. Is that why trend came in? Because I'm starting to see a trend here, man.
6.9.
Yeah, nah, because the other guy, he had a stink in both games, and we're like, yo, when we're gonna see Trent? And then I'm looking at Kyle Walker ratings. I'm like, bruh,
Well,
he's
Trent
gonna
came
just
on.
hand in the position to Trent.
Trent
So
came on. To be fair, Trent came on at on about the 65th minute or something. So, first of all, shocked that Trent actually come on. Walker, I didn't think he had a bad game. I think
No,
he's just reliable. Like
yeah,
he's just got that get out of jail free card in terms of his pace,
yeah.
where he can just literally he can lose the ball. There was one bit where he miscontrolled the ball and Kiefer Moore was nearly in, but again his pace got him out of the situation. So I think going ahead, I don't think Trent is going to be like Gary Neville said it. I don't think Southgate fully trusts Trent, which to me is mad because the guy's played on the highest level on the biggest stage. Like if you want a match winner, you go for him. But Walker, yeah, Mo, I don't know about you, but I thought he had a decent game.
Yeah, you know what? It's the problem with the Walker was that the game didn't suit him because it's England's gonna have majority of the possession. England's gonna try and dictate the game, and Walker wouldn't really shine in this type of game. Walker probably should be utilized for games against the bigger oppositions, the opposition that might put you on a back foot for good portions of the game, and his pace will come into it. But I think Southgate missed a trick where he could have used Trent today and built a little bit of confidence because you never know what can happen in any situation. Both Trippier and Walker could get injured, and then you need a confident Trent. So he missed a trick there, but Trent came on and did well. Trent came on and had some great touches for the third goal, I believe. It was a long ball from was it Stones or something?
Phillips.
Was it Phillips? Yeah, no, I'm saying to Trent, and then Trent.
Oh yeah.
Passed it first time to Phillips, which then controlled it and gave that first time ball to, like when you play quicker, what Trent does, he manages, you tend to create and utilize those people up front who are fast, like Rashford. And Rashford was in, and England need to start using these combinations a lot more. That's what they need. They need to pass the ball quicker, and I think that's what Walker doesn't do. Walker tends to hold on to the ball a little bit, pass it back when things are not on. Well, Trent will be always looking forward. If you look at his game, he's always looking forward. He's always looking to try and hit that diagonal if it's on. And so England, obviously we know that Southgate is not going to trust. He's not going to trust Trent. It is what it is. But as long as he comes back healthy to Liverpool, I'm happy.
It's actually a good point about the diag, because if you have someone like Marcus Rashford on the left who loves making runs onto diags, like from Victor Lindelof, for example, if you have someone like Trent playing that ball over the top, and you have Rashford, or even Luke Shaw, who likes to make that late run, that's actually a good tactic for Gary Southgate to use. But he won't use that because he isn't open to those ideas. So,
Thanks.
Trent needs runners off the ball, and if you've got someone like Rashford, and I completely agree. Even Foden Foden loves ducking in between defenders. There is a tactic there. I think some players might be more suited off the bench when the games get stretched. Remember, you can use 5 subs, so I feel like these games, the openings will start coming from 60th minute to the 90th minute. Like in all the knockout games, it's always what happens into extra time. Someone like Trent with his passing ability, that might come clutch. That's why I would start. Also, I'd start Calvin Phillips because Calvin Phillips and Rice, you know what you're getting from them. You're getting industry, and 2, you're getting a good ball carrier and someone who can also dictate the tempo. You have players off the bench like Mount who can then come on and get a bit more space and then do their thing. It'd be interesting to see how England line up front. To me, Does he change this front three?
He does. He's going back to Mount and Sterling. It's so obvious.
Yeah,
so obvious.
He's going back to Sterling. He's not going to stick with Rashford. You could tell the guy sticks to what he likes, what he feels comfortable in, and going out of his comfort zone is it's not his cup of tea. And going back on Gareth Southgate, like, you know, his personality shows that he's not someone that takes risks. For example, if England's playing against France or one of the big teams and they're 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go, for me, I'll bring on Trent. If you're not starting him, I'll bring on Trent, because then you know the gaps are opened up front. But obviously, with Southgate, I don't know why he will never do that. He will never try and win the game. He'd rather just, you know, not lose the game. So yeah, it is what it is. We have to try and accept it now and just go with it. But I 100% Sterling comes back. Maybe he might do something with Mount. I'm not sure, but even that is a bit suspect.
I think I have a sneaky feeling he might stick with this midfield now. Henderson, Rice, and Bellingham, just because Phillips hasn't actually. I don't think he's actually played 90 minutes this season.
No.
Nah. So would he really throw him into a knockout game from the start? He doesn't have to play 90 minutes. He can play 60, but people you throw in from the start should be people that may need to play 90 minutes. I think Henderson stays in because, like the commentators were saying, this guy, like, he's almost like a coach's voice out there. I know people meme it, but like, he is a leader out there. Like, he's definitely a bigger leader than Harry Kane out there in terms of like having people up. One, it sounds silly, but one, up for it. Two, in the zone at all times, because there are periods where games go quiet, and in those periods, that's when you can lose concentration. And Ismail Assar's in down the left hand side or something. So they obviously like Hendo, so I won't be surprised if he starts. Saka is a great point, because Saka performed in the first game, didn't perform in the second game. But Zoobs, do you think if you're England manager and you had a choice between Rashford, Foden, Saka, and Sterling for 2 wide spots, who are you picking?
I'm going Saka, and just by the floor of the tournament, I'll keep Rashford in there. To be fair, man, I usually just say, yo, Kane needs to go and put like Rashford down the middle, but I don't think that's really worked. I think the reason why the white players work so well is because they play off of Kane. So I think that's just game's position, and it might end up being a reason why they don't really go all the way. I'm not really a big Harry Kane vibes, man. I think he'll just bring that Tottenham vibes, that trophyless vibes to England as well. Bun Kane, man.
So he's carrying that curse, yeah?
Yeah, the guy's a brilliant baller, and I think he should have backed himself. I think he should have believed in his career and left that place, went to somewhere where he can really develop and taste what it means to be a champion. And I think that's just going to carry over to England. As good as he look dropping into the 9, I mean, the guy is talented. So any pacey winger playing off of him, because he doesn't have pace. Any pacey winger playing off of him, your Saka and your Rashford, I think that's the best combination of like a starting dynamic 3. Rashford, Kane, and Saka. They can hurt any team, man. Because once Kane dropped into that 9 and started doing this, spraying these passes, man, a guy know how to put the pass in there because he knows as a striker what these guys are looking for. So he's really nice, man, and he drops really deep at times. So deep, it's really hard to track. Like Bobby Firmino said,
a false 9, isn't he? You know how Firmino used to drop off and Mane and Salah go on.
Yeah, but Kane is down in like the 6, man. What you talking about attacking, man? He's like way down there, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's powerful too. He can drive with it. And Rashford, man, I'll give the guy credit. Not giving him as much credit as Gakpo, but he's really making a mark in this tournament. Didn't really expect him to, based on just Man U vibes, but he's really stepped up. He's looking rejuvenated, looking refreshed. Look like he fully washed off that Holly vibes off of him. So, you know, man, fair play to him. He's doing his thing in the tournament, but I think he'll go back.
He's United's top scorer, right? And he's now England's top scorer in this competition. The guy scores goals. Like, no matter what you say, the guy will get chances. And what I love about Rashford, he's so direct. he is a very vertical footballer. But sometimes if you've got someone like Foden who can go to the side and play on diagonals, whatever, you just need someone running through the middle like a steam train, and that's what Rashford is, man. Rashford is like literally that second goal was just him going straight down the pitch, cutting in, smashing it. Even the shot was vertical, man. The guy just bangs the ball.
Bro, knuckle technique every single time, bro. There's no side foot with him. It's just knuckle and smash. That's all he does. And it frustrates me at times because, bro, I'm like, just side foot it a couple times, but he just knuckles it and smashes it.
It's hard to save, though. Yeah, go on, Mo.
No, that's just true. Exactly what you're saying is you got if you're gonna be a top striker, you got to have some versatility to your finishing, which he doesn't have. And I feel, I don't know, I know Michael is a United fan, that when his runs don't come off and once his direct play doesn't come off for a while, he tends to dip and he gets out of the game. And he needs to start to improve that the mental side of his game also. And if he just side foot it, man, like it's very simple.
I've seen him side foot a couple times, like, and he actually is a decent side foot. Like I've seen him do it, but it's just his. Bro, it's a Ronaldo comp. Well, it's because he's been watching Ronaldo comp since he was a little kid, and he just starts smashing it. That's what he does. But yeah, to be fair to him, like even that finish, that he uses his left foot, which he never uses his left foot. So that's something bright to see. And one of our coaches, Benny McCarthy, who we signed this summer for attacking, I could clearly see the impact that he's had on Marcus Rashford. I've seen Rashford's back to goal play improve. I've seen him score headers before he didn't even know how to jump. And his left foot is much better too. So I would easily start him. And him and Shaw obviously have a connection. 2 years ago, that was one of the best connections in the Prem. So, like I said, use club connections in international football because it creates like a synergy. And Shaw has been fantastic this tournament. He's back to his Roberto Carlos form, as some people called it. I won't go that far. I'm never using that term again, like actually meaning it. But he's been really good, and I would like that connection because for Raheem Sterling, for me, he's become much more ball to feet as he's like his career has progressed, and he's not making those runs that he actually used to do. So, yeah.
I think there are conversations more about one, Luke Shaw, Roberto Carlos, as my opinion, and two, Megamind, Fire, Slabhead, whatever you want to call him. This guy, he's been immense this World Cup again.
Get that price up, baby. Love it. Get that price up.
He's just a different player for England. I don't get it. Like, do you think it's because he's not really been challenged in the tournament so far? Or do you think he's actually the real deal for England? Because he was a real deal in the Euros. And do you think like a lot of England's success, Mo, could potentially be down to this sort of Maguire-Stones sort of solidarity?
Southgate tax.
Yeah, you know what it is with Harry Maguire? I think it's international football suits him. It's a lot slower, so it's like he's not tested a lot more, and it's not directly run at a lot more. So teams tend to try and pass, feel their way in a game because everyone is fearing to lose a game, especially in the knockout stages where it's just one game. So I think maybe that's playing in his favor. So why not? If his game suits it and he's doing well, and him and Stones have developed a good connection. And one thing I've got to give credit to Southgate is that he went away from his back three. He's gone to a back four now, where that's progress. So I think that's a little bit of progress. So Shaw is doing well. I'm liking Shaw. Shaw tends to show up when he's being challenged for club.
It's ridiculous. Bro, this guy, I swear to God, is the best left back I've ever seen in my life when he's getting challenged. It's not like he's better than like Ashley Cole when he gets challenged. I'm being serious. It's different levels.
You know, I tend to agree. I'm not saying he's better than Ashley Cole. That's a bit too far. But
I'm going that far. Bro, if you look at his progressive threat numbers, like I'm going a little like geeky here with like the stats and everything, but his threat is like progressive. He's progressive heaven when you look at like the way he plays. So it's incredible.
Yeah. I agree. He shows up when there's someone threatening his spot. Maybe he's one of those guys that just need that. Like some people need other things to be motivated. He just needs someone to threaten his position, and then he turns up. Good for England. So what can you say? So, but yeah, Gareth Southgate. It's going to be interesting what he does now because now it's no mistakes. You can't make mistakes now. going forward. So is he gonna I just hope that he doesn't do anything that everyone just tends to regret. He should have just gone for it. Like in the Euros in the final against Italy, they had Italy. They had Italy, but he bottled it after going 1-up and just sat back and
bottled it after the first minute. He was like, "Oh my god, we're 1-1."
France is coming. That quarterfinal matchup is there to be played. So,
do you think that might play into the hands of someone like Kyle Walker, Declan Rice, who might need a bit more of a combative game? Because like Declan Rice right now, he's not really looking it in the heart of that England midfield. It's like you need a Henderson or Phillips next to him just to help the guy out, because it's almost like he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders in there.
He's deferring a lot. Have you guys noticed it? As soon as he gets it, he's not the West Ham Declan Rice. He's more just giving it to those and saying go for it.
The West Ham Declan Rice is also a box-to-box player, like Michael says. He's not a sitter, and he's a brilliant ball carrier, and that's why you probably get Calvin Phillips in there, who defensively is immense. But yeah, quickly, chat. I've just seen. Hold on. We're gonna have to chat. We're gonna have to have a word. There's 44 likes right now, and there's 80 of you in here. Smash the like button. We're not continuing until we get to 100. No, we get to 50 and we'll continue, because that's a disgraceful ratio. But anyway, Zoobs, I'm gonna ask you the big hitting questions. I'm gonna ask you the Gareth Southgate questions. Is this man good enough? Will he take England all the way?
He could, to be fair, because he has some good deputies in there, and he's able to get the best out of some players that, let's be honest, are past their best. Talking about Fridge that ran out of warranty, he still gets that thing to perform. Luke Shaw went from Wayne Rooney-esque body to looking the best I've ever seen him in his entire career. I think Kane will be the poison, man. As good as Kane is, bro. Kane ain't touching no trophies, bro.
Great trade.
Yo, Kane is cursed by the footballing gods, bro. Kane will just be like a Tottenham legend, bro. Top goal scorer in that, bro. Kane is cursed, bro. I'm telling you, as good as that guy is, bro, the footballing gods is not letting Kane pick up a trophy. I'm telling you this right now, people. Clip this up. He ain't picking up no trophy, bro. Not for club nor country.
Can I ask you guys a question? Southgate, yeah. Let's say if Harry Kane's having a disaster class, yeah, and it goes into extra time, he's not taking off Harry Kane for Wilson.
He's not.
No.
And that's why they will never touch a trophy.
That's the issue I have with Southgate.
Southgate needs to be brave. I thought he made a very good tactical change today that pretty much won England the game. So for those of you who don't know, he started Rashford on the right, Rashford on the left, Foden on the right. Half time, switched them on off the wing, and England looked a different team. To be fair, everyone was calling it from the start. It made no sense. Foden off the right, wide right for England was a bit baffling. If he's on the right, he's at least got to play in that sort of half spaces, whatever, in the pockets. But yeah, he made that change. I need to see more from him. I need to see more of that. I need to see if it's going wrong. Play what you're seeing. Don't play names. Don't play reputations. Don't play any of that. Play what you're seeing. If Kane is dead, Kane is tired, get Callum Wilson on, because Callum Wilson put in a shift today. Every time he's come on, he's looked good. He's got his body on. He's put his body in the line. Won a lot of fouls. Run the channels. He's a threat, and he will. I feel like he will come up clutch for England at some stage in this tournament. A weird feeling, but the way Callum Wilson's playing, he's getting a lot of half chances here and there. All he needs is that one chance to fall to him, and he's a clinical striker. So, yeah, man. I don't know about Michael or Mo if you guys want to have your say on Southgate.
No, bro. Once France comes, Mbappe Dembele is over. It's a wrap. They ain't beating that, bro. Mbappe Dembele, yo. As much as I just gassed Luke Shaw, it's a different story when Daniel James is running at you compared to Ousmane Dembele, because he's gonna go left.
Yes.
Walker is a quick play or anything, but
Yeah, like they'll get them in the quarters, right? If they go through.
Yeah, it'll be the quarters. I don't know. I just don't want to believe this France thing, but that's more me saying, can they really win it back to back?
Yeah, let's go
can.
France.
They
Yeah.
can. They
What are you
literally
telling
can.
me, man? Bro, they're gonna slap up England, bro. When I mean slap up England, bro, it's gonna be it might even be the downfall of Southgate, bro. France is tearing up this England team. Because here's the thing: you guys are debating the front three. That tells me your manager can't even give you the confidence to know what the best front three is. Same for your midfield. Your defense, there's a lot of question mark. Go around England and do a poll. There's bare question on this team, Bare question on this team. This man is yet to put out the best 11 or a proper 11 where people can go, nah, that's my number 11 on the pitch right there. You guys don't know what's going on. France don't have that problem, and that's the difference maker. That is the difference maker, man.
yeah, King Charles came after my Wi-Fi, man. King Charles came after my Wi-Fi. It'd be like that.
Having none of that. It was defending the monarchy, it's defending the badge.
Yeah, so that's the difference maker, man. You need to know who your best guys are. And England, yeah, they have a lot of good talent, but you guys don't know the best combinations for midfield. Me personally, I like the first midfield with I think it was Rice, Bellingham, and Mount. That's a decent midfield. A lot of energy in there. Probably would have dropped Rice for like your Phillips, but he hasn't played much football. So England has some problem that France don't have, man. And that would be the difference maker. That would definitely be the difference maker. Harry Maguire, we know, as good as he look, we know there's an unreliable element to his game. Luke Shaw, on his day, he can fall off as well. So England can be found out. France, I don't think so. Not so much, man. Especially when you got men like Khanage in there.
So
France,
who can France get in the? I mean, England get in the semis if they do beat France.
England beat France, and you're talking like
I think it's Portugal.
yeah, Portugal's most likely.
So yeah,
Uruguay,
Serbia.
Portugal.
It's Serbia, one of like those teams. It's like Switzerland. Yeah, it's Portugal, very weak.
Yeah. Unless Argentina finish
second,
then it'll be France, Argentina in the last 16. Now that'll be interesting.
That's France all the way, bro. Them fullbacks getting cooked.
Yeah. The thing is, this might be an unpopular opinion, and Zuberi, I hear your shout. England haven't settled yet. But they settled. They didn't settle in the Euros until the last 16. Then they settled. I feel like the back five now won't change. Walker will be the right back. Walker, Man City's right back. He's done it on the big stage plenty of times. That will be the back five. I think the real question marks are about the front three. But equally, if you are going to rotate, it is in the front three. I think England's front players are looking the most fluid. And like are the ones that are sort of combining the best at the moment. I think that's where England in spells look good. Is this an unpopular thing to say? But I think England have more off their bench than France.
Yes.
Yeah, because England are well stacked, man. But like I said, it's how you use that. You know what I mean? If you're going to the bench for something, that means you're up under pressure, bro. What are you gonna do? Bring Trent on 2-0 down to affect the game? You're really gonna play into his narrative as being a crossing merchant then, and that might not even come off. So for me, England chasing the game and going on the bench isn't necessarily ideal. When you talk about like which 11 can win the game, I think France is more equipped to win the game, even without using a bench. France can go to the bench and lock the game up, bring on some solid defenders and just close up shop. So if you're going to the okay, if it's 0-0, I can see France going to the bench and just closing it up.
Obviously, France's 11, don't get me wrong, are the best. Like I think on paper, it is the best 11 in the tournament. In terms of the way it works, in terms of the fluidity, that front four is ridiculous, right? Griezmann, he's up there in player of the tournament shouts. I don't care.
So good.
Dembele is. Giroud, you know what Giroud gives. Like he is the perfect 9 to link up with them three, right?
But I'm just gonna try and play devil's advocate here. I feel like if it's 0-0 and it's a tough game, I'm looking at France's bench. Yeah, you've got Coman, but then England, you've got potentially Foden, Rashford, maybe.
Holmes, let's play this out.
Yeah, go on.
Let's play this out. It's 0-0. It's the 80th minute, right? And England going to the bench and going very attack heavy. France has more defensive guys on the bench to come on and just close that up and see out that 90 minutes, you know. So you know what? Let's take these guys to pen. Pickford in goal. Let's go to pen.
They're not going to do that, though.
Game, set, and match.
I mean, one thing is, though, will England play a back four against France, or will they play a back five? Because I could easily see Gareth Southgate going back to a back five against France.
Yeah,
well, the back five worked against Germany in the Euros.
Yeah, Germany ain't France, though. That Kai Havertz is up top, Mbappe is up top now. It's two different monsters.
Mm.
And he's not gonna go walk for Trent against Mbappe in the 80th minute either.
Walker's gonna play, isn't he? Yeah. Walker's
I'm
gonna
telling you, it's not looking good if England.
It's not a good matchup for England. It's just not a good matchup for England because France have the fastest defenders. Konate, Varane, Upamecano's not that fast, but Theo Hernandez can match up pace for pace with wingers. So I just think it's a bad matchup for England. To be honest.
That is a true point. But yeah. Anyway, enough of the England talk. We need to get on to
USA.
Republic of Iran. Game. Custody of democracy and all of that. 1-0. Captain America steps up, guys. Smash the like button for Captain America. Smash the like button so he can get more super serum injected into himself for the knockout stages. The guy, he's led his country to the last 16 the way Landon Donovan and Clint Dempsey used to. I'm gonna leave it to you two stateside brothers to talk me through this because I've got no idea what happened in this game.
Hey, what happened is I started a new FIFA career and I went over to Barcelona and picked me up Sergio Dest because I think he's the guy, man. He's like the Trent of the Americas, man. So I didn't actually see the goal. Like I said, I was nodding in and out. So I just woke up and then I see the madness. And I was like, cool, Kall. Pulisic scored. It's a big moment for him personally. I think it's a good confidence booster. He hasn't really been doing much in the tournament for me, man. So I'm glad he stepped up. 1 goal. USA just isn't looking that dangerous. The midfield, they got good runners in there. They got good fullbacks, man. Defenders, they can do a job, but they're not the greatest. They haven't really come up on any serious pressure. I thought England was going to pressure them. Didn't really do much with that. England just kind of gave them the run of the pitch. So, but Sergio Dest, man, that guy, he's going to go places. I really like that fullback right there. Robertson, Prem proven, he can do a job as well. It's just, if they're hanging this tournament on Pulisic, what are they going to do? Pick up a bunch of 1-0 wins? I'm excited they got out the group. I'm excited for your democracy narrative. But, yeah, they're not really going to go far and do much, man. But with the midfield they have, they can give any team a challenge, man. Any team a challenge, especially like your Netherlands. That doesn't have a good midfield. They can dominate this game. So it all depends on the team they come up against. If they come up against a dead midfield, man, they can dominate the game. So, fair dues them. They're doing a thing. Let's see how far they can go now. I believe they're going up against the Netherlands, if I'm correct. So
Yep.
that is the perfect opponent for them. As long as they can keep Gakpo in check, they should be able to do something. But then again, I don't know if they're going to be able to break down the Netherlands defense, with your VVD, your Timbers, and them man in there. So it's a good test for them. Let's see if their strikers can come up with something.
Michael, talk me through.
That first half was absolutely dominant from the USA. Iran didn't get a sniff of that goal. I think they had 0 XG at halftime. Like, they just couldn't do anything. On that midfield, Yunus Musa, New York City born, my guy. He's just amazing. Valencia have a gem on their hands. Club should come calling. I know Liverpool have been interested in him for a year, and there's a reason why that dude is a baller. Tyler Adams leads Scott Madness because he's an amazing. He's been playing lone DM the whole tournament, and he's been running that midfield. He knows how to pick up the spaces that Sergio Dest leaves behind because Dest is all about attacking. He don't really like defending. He just attack. Anthony Robinson's more balanced, but Adams has been picking up the spaces that he leaves. Who else?
Quarterbacks at right and left back.
Yeah, bro. I love Anthony Robinson. Fulham, that's a good left back. Teams like top 6 teams, like if they need a left back, like Spurs need a left wing back, they should go get him. Man City need.
Yeah, no, I second that, man. I definitely second that. Robinson, he deserves a big 6 move, man. Solid guy. So I'll back that as well.
Yeah, you know what? USA had, as Michael was saying, they dominated the first half. Always an outlet for Dest and Robinson. Always they were there, like had so much space. And if it was the only issue I have with America,
it's that attack. It's so dead.
Attack, yeah. Can they score, man? Because they get into some beautiful positions, and it's like, bro, like you saw, like towards the end when that I don't know who was it, I forgot his name.
Was it Timothy Weah? It might be Timothy Weah.
No, it wasn't Weah.
Oh, it's Josh Sargent then. That ball.
Haji Wright.
Oh, that guy.
The guy that came on. The guy.
Oh, Haji Wright.
Yeah. Oh my god. Bro, my god. Like when you need composure, you need like I couldn't believe it. He could have stopped it there, looked up, and passed it to Weah. I think Weah was free to tap it in, but he went for a dead left foot shot. And it didn't go in. But that's the only issue with America. They're bringing the energy. They're bringing the something that I'm not seeing from most teams. Is like I've seen it from Canada where they're bringing the energy and they're bringing the fight. They're not scared, man. They're coming with their chests open. I'm liking the Vickers guy. I think his name is Vickers.
Yeah, from Celtic. Yo, I'm telling you, this North American PNP is crazy. Canada showed it, USA showing it. Like in attack, I don't like Josh Sargent. I think this guy's generally one of the worst strikers I've ever seen in my life. Like we saw that last year from Norwich. I hope that by 2026, USA can go a Balogun from Arsenal and convince him to play for us because he's from New York City as well. We need to go convince him because that's gonna be a top striker one day. But Pulisic, you know what? He did live up to Captain America today because I don't know if you guys remember from the movie when he like jumped on like the grenade to save everyone. He took the hit after that goal because he got injured on the goal. So he showed up today. Timothy Weah, he scored the first game. His dad's a Ballon d'Or winner. Those genes did not come through today because he had a couple like frustrating moments. But he did have a good offside goal, which was by like an inch. That was a really good finish. But that attack, I just don't get why Gio Reyna is not on that pitch.
Oh my god!
Listen, you guys have to understand tournament football. You see the midfield that the US have on this pitch, bro. It's not about individual quality. It's about the unity in that midfield. That midfield is cream, you know. Did you see how the men run up on England? Are you guys gonna pretend that didn't happen?
Oh, that midfield, bro. That midfield. Like I called it the most athletic midfield in the tournament by far. And then I had English fans come at me. I'm like, what do you, bro? That our midfield is pure P and P. You ain't running toe to toe with them.
I can't lie.
You can't put Reyna in there. Reyna doesn't fit in there.
I wouldn't put him in the midfield. I'll put him in attack.
Oh, you put him in the attack.
Up front.
So I'll put him on the wing and put Weah through the middle. But for some reason, Weah isn't going through the middle as much as I thought he would. I didn't even know it was a wing until this tournament.
I didn't even play Pulisic false nine because Pulisic has been picking up like those central spots, like freedom roles. I would play even Pulisic up front and play Reyna off the left, bro. Because Josh Sargent's not it. The guy's just not good. I'm gonna be following him.
He's decent, man. I rate him. You know, I think he can do a job. Maybe he needs some more dumplings. I don't know if he's getting dumpling where he's from in America, but you know what I'm saying. He needs some Caribbean food in him, man. Some yam and potatoes and them stuff, man. Firm him up because he can do a whole up job, man. I mean, he just
his goal to play is decent.
He just has to figure out what kind of striker he's gonna be. You know, he can do that Harry Kane thing, man, where he drops deep, hold the ball up. He's good on that. You know, he just needs to work on like his distribution, working with runners off of him. I think that might be his issue. I think the type of football they play at his club level, it's really hard to figure out what kind of football they need from him from an international level. I mean, once he works that out, man, he'll be a decent guy. Maybe he needs to go to a different club team, you know, where he's playing with some more dynamic wingers or some more dynamic players. But Yeah, for what he's at Norwich, I mean, and that's I think the detriment to a lot of these players. The club they play at and the type of football they're accustomed to doesn't necessarily suit their style, but that's the level they're actually playing at. So if he's playing at a club, like let's just for argument's sake, if he's at Liverpool and he's playing with our weakness, then he's learning something to then take to international football. At Norwich, he's constantly under the pressure, man. All he knows and the only facet of his game he's being utilized is his hold-up play. Maybe that's why his hold-up play is so great, because that's all they need him for at Norwich, especially if we come up against a good opposition. So, you know, international football might be the highest level he's ever going to be playing at if he stays at Norwich. So he doesn't even necessarily know how to work with like players running off of him, your Pulisic. Maybe that's why Pulisic haven't been able to be that effective. Could just be, you know, the number 9 holder playing and utilizing him. So Pulisic down the middle is a wild one for me, man. I'm not sure if he can do it. I wouldn't hang my tournament hopes on Pulisic.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it now because it's too late. Because obviously it's knockout stages now, so you got to go with what you like tested before. But I would have done it like in a group game. But now it's too late for that.
Yeah, they need to. Sargent need to know how he's gonna like really affect the game from his hold up play and distribution wise. Because the runners he have off of him have enough quality. It's just I don't think these guys know their potential. Like I even think the midfield take a lot of people in this tournament by storm. I didn't even know they were this good. To be fair.
And they're still young. They're still young.
Pulisic shouldn't even be the poster boy for this team, man.
Oh, but I've been saying it for the last 6 months. Yunus Musa is a franchise player of USA. He just turned 20 today. He just turned 20 today. That guy's gonna be the future of USA football. And Tyler Adams, like I thought he was good, but he surprised me. Like other than Casemiro, who's been amazing for Brazil, Tyler Adams has been the best DM at this tournament, in my opinion. So like, he's been that good. And that midfield, by 2026, when the World Cup comes stateside, this midfield is gonna be so much better. Weston McKennie might not even be in that midfield by then. Who knows?
Aronson, you got Brandon Aronson, mate. Like baller. You got baller coming in off the bench straight away. You've got if we had Aronson, Rayner coming off the bench, I mean, can we talk about Tim Ream, by the way? Because guys, if this guy was 5 years younger,
Hey.
5 years younger, Pep Guardiola's signing him. If you don't believe it, Pep Guardiola.
Trust me. Yo, he will be in the World Cup in America, you know, at 39. Believe that.
It could be. It could be him. It could be him and like Lee Trusty. It could like Jenny. It could be like actually. I don't know, man. He's very calm.
Yo, the guy is giving me some vibes that I only saw from Van Dijk. You know, guy's been solid. 35 years old, and he's doing these bits.
Oh, he's
bro. He's so calm. Yo, he's so calm on the ball.
He's down there at Fulham with Robinson. So like to your point, man, the club link up. I think it's Kall. I think it's key. And I don't know if it's Robinson or just Zimmerman or whoever they put next to him, bro. But
no, Zimmerman's dead, man. MLS players. We got to keep these MLS players away from the national team. They're so bad, bro. They got to see an MLS, man. I need some international players. Like Lee Trusty that plays in the championship should have been called up. But today he did a good job by bringing in Cameron Carter-Vickers, who plays for Celtic. That's much higher level than MLS, of course. And Vickers was actually really good, and I thought it brought more balance. Because Zimmerman, after that penalty he conceded against Wales, should have never seen the pitch again this tournament. So I hope that's what happens.
Yeah, I hear that, but Ream is cold, man. Ream is definitely doing his thing. If I'm doing I might do a like World Cup best 11. Yeah, I'm gonna be shouting for Ream to be in there, man. So 35 is definitely doing his thing.
Best two. I don't know what other centre backs been there, but
yeah, but Makano has been having a really solid tournament. But yeah, going back to Yunus Musa, man. I got to say, I've been drinking the Kool-Aid, man. This guy, I'm telling you, man. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a more athletic Genie Wijnaldum. The guy.
That's a big thing to say because Genie was athletic.
No, but the guy's got pace.
This guy is athletic.
Wijnaldum wasn't that pacey, was he?
Yeah.
But
Yunus Musa is rapid, bro. He
can move. He can shift with the ball.
Yeah, he can cover space and like no man's business. If he just starts, and my man Michael said that he just turned 20 today. And guys, I'm telling you, boys, Liverpool, we need to be looking at this guy.
We got to get him out of Valencia. Like, bro, I mean, I know Gattuso's their manager. Gattuso's like a legendary midfielder and everything, but we got to get him out of Valencia. That La Liga's dead. He's got to be playing in Prem, League On, like these kind of leagues.
Prem player.
Bro, he's such a Prem player.
I reckon Leeds are looking at him.
Jesse Marsh, bro, come do a madness, man. Bring all the Americans over there. Even though I despise Leeds with a passion.
Leeds, bring States United to Leeds, man. Let Jesse Marsh cook. Let Jesse Marsh cook. But no, I want this Musa guy. I don't know, man. I'm spoiled for choice who I want in midfield. If Klopp don't bring in 2 midfielders, I'm like, what? Look at the talent. We didn't even Caicedo today. I think Michael touched on him. Caicedo, Musa. You got Bellingham in there. You got who else? Who else is balling out? You got
Enzo. I don't know if you mentioned him.
Who?
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo. Man, there's so many options. These guys are gonna get snapped up. Surely we snap up.
But these guys gotta come to my club, not your club. Because I want him on my club. I want Enzo on my club. That's my player. I've called on him. I just need Murtaugh on them, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking Musa and Bells. If you give me Musa and Bells, them 8s are impeccable. Probably need a 6. I'm not gonna lie.
Musa fits your club more than Bellingham does, because I think Musa would be able to cover that 6 leaves. That's what I think. That's the important factor that Liverpool fans need to understand. It doesn't cover bases.
We need at least 3 or 4 midfielders.
We need someone to do what Prime Henderson used to do, which was literally, like Michael said, sweep up everything. Like, so give Trent that freedom. The way Wijnaldum used to give Robertson that freedom. We need guys like that. But enough of the Elpool chat. What else we got? Is that all the games?
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's touch on Iran quickly. Like the boys who Zoobs, you're watching this. Did anyone impress? Like what? Because Jurgen Klinsmann won. Jurgen Klinsmann beat the Carlos Queiroz allegations because, well, he didn't. But like, apart from the Wales game, like where they turned up, like they've been pretty abject.
Yeah, to be fair to them, and they're not on Qatar's level, and at least they can go out of this tournament knowing that there was a worse team than them. But as far as in this game, they had some little moments. They huffed and puffed, nothing really. Listen, man, the scoreline, I'm not gonna say it's flattered them, but in the first half it should have been more, could have been more. But they fought in there. They're really tough to beat the way they set up. They really know how to stay in a game. I would give them that much. But beyond that, bro, yeah, that's all they needed to do. I think they went out there, played their heart out, kept it, to a minimum, and that's all we can say about them, really. There's nothing about this Iran team really gave me any vibes. The team that really gave me vibes was Saudi, man. Saudi is a team out of all of these teams that really gives me vibes like, yeah, now they're gonna do something. Iran, Qatar, I never really had any hopes for them. The way Saudi started the tournament, I'm like, you know what? I'll keep an eye on this team. The way England, Pam, Iran, first game, the game was 7, right? Or was it 6 or 7?
6-2.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 goals they got flattered them, really. They shouldn't even got those 2 goals, so.
Thanks.
It's not like they played their heart out, made some, England kind of just fell asleep, took their foot off the gas. People's in cruise mode. I'm seeing Rice halfway in the pitch just getting run off the ball. And I'm like, that's not Rice. Like, we've never seen that. I've never seen that, to be fair. So I think those 2 goals probably got to their head, bro. Yeah, that was never going to do anything in this tournament. And, they can walk. I'm like, yeah, we got 2 against England. Yeah, bro, that's nothing. So, yeah, I think, like I said, those 2 goals flattered them, making them think they can do something, bro. That was never going to do anything in this tournament. Yeah. If people disagree with me, then hey, so be it. But now Saudi's the team that I'm like, yeah, they could do something. The way they run up on Argentina. Qatar,
yeah,
I didn't really see much going on. So, we can take a look at the games coming up tomorrow. The double barrel games, I'm not quite sure I'm feeling it.
Great segue into tomorrow, Super Wednesday.
Those early games are so bad. Oh my god.
Australia. We need to wait. We need to look at a group. We need to look at a group. I want to look at the groups first because, damn. France, Australia, Denmark. Winner takes on who? Who do they take on? Probably Argentina, maybe. Damn. So Australia playing in Denmark, right? That's Denmark all the way, surely. Or can the Socceroos have? I'm not gonna lie, the best limbs I've seen all World Cup have come from Australian fans in Sydney, Melbourne. These guys go crazy. These guys won 1-0. They were going crazy. So yeah, big up the Australian fans. Big up Down Under.
No, Down Under can do a thing, you know. I see some Down Under guys in the comments, you know, after I'm watching the videos back, checking out the comments. So shout out to every one of them Down Under fans that's in the comments. Listen, man, I'm backing them, you know. I'm backing them to run up on Denmark, bro. Because I call them the cricket team, and listen, man, I'm only seeing the footballing team out there. They got their midfielders are actually robust, man. Caught me off guard. I didn't know these men no ball like that. So I'm actually backing them. I think the table will be the same way it is right now. I don't think it'll be changed much. So I expect France to go. I mean, they're already through, but yeah, I expect Australia to just either play Denmark down to a draw or just nick a 1-0 win.
And that's another Denmark, another toothless team that can't seem to find goals from their attackers. And here in this tournament, where chances are far and few between, you need like the guys who take the very few chances you do get. And yeah, Denmark for me. If Australia just need a draw, I think Denmark's out, man. Australia's in. And who do they play if they go through Australia?
They play the winner of Argentina's groups. Who knows who that's who knows what Argentina's going to turn up, man. But Michael, France are Kane in Tunisia, right? Mbappe scoring a hat trick or something.
Bro, he's coming for that. He's coming for that World Cup record.
What is it? What's he on? What's he
7.
on? 8, 7 or 8?
He's
7.
On 7. Yeah.
7 at the age of what? 23.
Who's that? Mbappe.
Yeah.
Imagine he gets to 10 this World Cup. He's 6 off. He's probably got 2 World Cups left to score 6 goals. Oh, that's silly. Although you say that, Thomas Muller by 2014 had 10, and everyone's like, this Muller guy's gonna turn up. But they're saying predicted lineup, a bit of change. Thuram in, Coman in, Guendouzi in, Fofana in. They're going wholesale.
Hey, why's Varane in there? Yeah, no. Why's my guy in there? We need him rested. I don't want Varane playing any minutes tomorrow against Tunisia. And I don't need that in my life. I need him rested.
This is an interesting one. Camavinga at left back.
I saw that. There's a couple of people in my timeline that have actually said that before. Like, so like play Camavinga as a left back. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's a perfect time to try it out because France don't need to win. They've qualified. The best thing is to do that because you never know that Camavinga might be needed because Hernandez is out and then his brother's there right now. And if he goes out, then what? You need someone to fill that position.
Barry's favorite player, Hernandez, whose ACL got spun.
Nah, that's the other one, man. Yeah, I don't rate the one that ACL got spun. I think he's the older brother. Now, I like Theo, man.
Taylor's cold. Taylor is cold. That's the best left back in the world. Like I think Taylor Hernandez is the best left back in the world.
You need to relax, bro.
I don't think there's an out best left back, but he's up there.
Yeah. So basically, Camavinga, if they started, it's the perfect game for this. Look, they're through. So I'm expecting to see Coleman give them belly hamstring a little break. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them hamstring to go up. Griezmann in there for vibes. Mbappe so he can get his goals up. I'm expecting like a big win here, man. Probably like a 5 or 6.
I'm interested to see Fofana too from Monaco. That's a really good player. He's playing for a move. He's trying to get that move like Tchouameni did. So that's gonna be interesting.
He's really good.
France actually nuts.
Why is Pavard starting? Surely they have like a backup right back that could play over him.
Pavard is cool, man. He can do a job, bro. Like, look, don't expect too much of this game, bro. They're already through. So they don't really need to go top heavy or do the master. They just need to go out there and just get these men into rhythm and vibes. And I think that's why Varane is out there. Because if you can, I see him come in with Upamecano, then they brought in Khanage. So I expect Khanage to start, then they bring on Upa or maybe another center back. I'm not sure who they got in the ranks. Give Thuram the start over Giroud. Giroud is pure vibes, man. So what France is doing, man, they're actually playing it safe. If this is the predicted lineup and the actual lineup, Manda and go. That guy probably like what 42.
I would have actually liked to see Saliba. I would have actually liked to see a Saliba Konate partnership. That would have actually been interesting.
That would have the Arsenal and Liverpool fan bases on strings.
Yeah, bro. Just see who has the better game. Just who has like. I mean, that'd be interesting to see.
Arsenal will come together and say that would be like that should be the starting French centre back pairing. It
could be, but
Koundé is a great shout for right back. Although no, Koundé's been playing. Koundé played the last game, didn't he?
Yeah, right back.
On the drop, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, never mind. Play Pavard then. He's a backup right back though. That's calm.
Oh boy. Anyway, onto the one that could actually get a bit tasty. I'm praying for an Evan winner, man. This guy, that Tash, is doing bits. Tunisia, first of all, and Denmark. Tunisia, the best thing I've seen them do this World Cup is celebrate a slide tackle. Denmark, not much better. Toothless.
Yeah.
Genuinely toothless. They haven't scored, right?
No.
They scored one.
Set piece.
Christensen, yeah.
They scored one.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. Where's like the attack? Like, this is not the Denmark that took the Euros by storm. It's a pretty stale Denmark.
It's weird because they scored the most goals in qualifying. I'm pretty sure. I mean, yeah, most of them probably came against like the likes of San Marino or something, but
yeah, Denmark needs some seasoning, bro.
I'm fine with it though. Yo, Ericsson comes back home early. They get eliminated. That's fine by me. Ain't no issues. I don't have any horses in this race, so I'm calm by that. If Australia go through, that's a good story for them.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think Schmeichel is gonna be having any of what we're talking about, bro.
Probably not. He's probably gonna save like a penalty or something in the game too.
Bro, Schmeichel is doing up Schmeichel stuff, bro. The legacy and all that. But I'm expecting Jackson Irvine to step up. Moy, if that's how you say his name, bro. This midfield is on crutch, you know. Duke, I mean, I don't know. It'll be this game is actually giving me vibes to go and watch it, you know, or doing a double streaming thing. Because
it's either gonna be the deadest game ever, or it's gonna be like the greatest game ever. It's one or the other.
Surely everyone's Australian in this game. We all want to see an upset. No offense to Denmark, right?
I'm fine with it.
Story of the Euros, whatever. But everyone is underdog here because you just want to, bro. Australia, they're just vibes, man. These lot live in flip flops. Australians, these guys cook eggs like from the sun onto like a pan.
Yeah.
They use the sun to cook eggs. They're chilling. Cricket team. That's very cool. Them. They're literally a cricket team.
Down under. Are they called the Kangaroos?
No, the Socceroos.
The Socceroos from down under. Yeah, they're the underdog, man. Definitely. They got underdog vibes, and everybody loves a good underdog story. You know what I mean? The underdog from down under. Oh, man, they be on top by tomorrow, man. So it's good vibes, man. If you can pam up Schmeichel, not saying they're going to pam up Schmeichel, bro, that's a lot of confidence, man. Talk about your stocks going up. Schmeichel doesn't let things in so easily, you know. And they got a good defense, Denmark. It's all about the attack. The attack is looking a bit meaty. So I think this game favors the Kangaroos or the Socceroos to go out there and do their thing. And fair play to them, man. If they get through, man, like I said, cricket team, I haven't seen them since the first game. So that's good.
Well, to be fair, that first goal they scored against France for a good 10 minutes, I was like, this could be the greatest World Cup game of the year. and then Mbappe just turned up, Giroud just turned up, Griezmann just turned up. I need Griezmann to get some goals just so he can further his claim for player of the tournament. This guy's a baller. Every time there's a major tournament, this guy gets Ballon d'Or shouts because he always balls out for France. People don't understand. This guy's one of the most clutch people on the international stage. But anyway, on to one of the most exciting groups of this World Cup. We'll start here. What does the group look like?
Lewandowski rise, please, bro. Argentina talking about benching Lissandro. I need the greatest hat trick from Lewandowski this guy has ever scored. I need him to finally step up on that international stage tomorrow. Just to dunk on that guy, Christian Romero and Nicolas Otamendi, and show this Argentina manager that you should actually start your best center back and not Christian Romero. So we'll see what Lewa does.
Argentina might cook Poland, you know. Mo, I don't know how you feel, but
no, I don't think they'll cook them. But it's going to be interesting to see
Messi can't go out. Messi can't go out in the group.
He absolutely can go out, and that's gonna be a great day.
No, man. Your goat is Ronaldo. Your goat hates you.
I don't have my goat's Neymar. He's injured right now, so I have no horse in this race.
Well, so Ronaldo's not your goat anymore.
No. Me and Ronaldo are on a break right now, like Ross and Rachel from Friends. It's not looking good.
Well,
Good.
some
Play.
say
United fans sticking up against Ronaldo. I've seen too many United fans riding this guy to the hills.
Hey, but some say that without that interview, you guys wouldn't have been sold, boys.
No,
that's a dead argument for me, but
PR7 spin PR campaign. Bro. They've spun that. They're saying Ronaldo took one for the team, bro. You know Ronaldo, that ain't it, but it's pretty funny spin. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
It is, yeah. Nah, I think I'm gonna find it interesting because you know Argentina don't have like they've got Martinez versus Loa. It's gonna be interesting for me, man.
So the teams are.
Well, Lissandro's getting benched. They already announced it. Like one of the Argentina sources,
Romero.
They said Pizzala or Romero are gonna start. Bro, that's Argentina's manager's downfall. All I'm saying is Lissandro's the only man in that defense that hasn't conceded a goal yet this tournament. That's all I'm gonna say.
The issue that Argentina have, man, is they don't have pace on the wings, and that's going to come to their detriment. Because Messi, you know how Messi plays, he's walking half of the time, and if he hasn't got any runners off him to create space for him, man, could be a long night. Because I can see Poland playing for a draw, and just making everyone sit back and just shithousing their way through this game.
Well, if I know one thing, you don't low block against a team with Messi because you know he's going to come up with a moment of magic.
Yeah,
you don't park the bus. If I'm for Poland, I'm backing myself to go for the win here.
I would.
I'm saying Frankie, Zielinski, get up there, bomb down the wings, give Molina and Tagliafico a tough time, get the balls into Lewandowski, Milik, Matty Cash, do your thing. Respect. This guy knows more about the Poland national anthem than Rashford knows about the England national anthem. Respect.
This Poland team is bad. Krychowiak wears a 10. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace to football.
What,
I'm calling it right now. Bro. I thought Matty Cash was England, bro.
He was, and he realized he ain't getting in over like these 55 right backs. So he said, "Let me go turn Polish."
Fair play to him, bro. He's a baller, you know. I didn't know he was the baller till I see him in this Polish team. I'm like, my man is sauce. But yeah, so it's gonna be Poland 1-0. Matty Cash or Zielinski put the ball on Lewa's head, and it's a wrap, bro. Yeah, they gotta go for it, bro. Otamendi, bro, dead. Martinez, this guy's like what 5'7".
No, yo, you ain't coming after my lead. You ain't coming after my butcher. Nah.
Yo,
he's not playing in this game anyway, so it's fine. He's not playing in this game. It's Romero playing, so it's calm.
Let me tell you something, bro, about this guy, bro. You know when you've been needing something or missing something, and you finally get it, and it's not even at that quality, but because you've been lacking it, you don't really know how to judge the quality anymore. Bro, all he has is the fight that Maguire is missing. If Maguire had his attitude, if Maguire had his attitude and his vibes, we'll be calling Maguire Van Dijk-esque because he did have that for a minute and people were talking about he was better than Van Dijk. That's all Martinez got, his vibes. I'm telling you, he's gonna be humbled tomorrow, bro.
He's not playing, so it's fine. He's not playing, so it's fine.
Do you know what? Martinez struggles against a physical, like aggressive striker.
Bro,
someone that matches his energy, he tends to struggle.
That was not really an aggressive striker though.
Exactly. That's why he may come up on top if he does stuff.
So, but anyway, Lisandro Martinez is one of the best center backs in the league this season, and he has much better ball playing ability than Maguire, and he's much smarter footballer than Harry Maguire, and he's faster than Harry Maguire, and he fights more than Harry Maguire, so he's a much better center back than that guy. But anyway,
I got to say,
wait, guys. So, watcher, who's hated on Messi, by the way?
Because I'm going home. I'm a hater. I'm hater of the year. Bro. This guy can go home.
Fair.
If Lisandro's not playing, though, of course. If Lisandro's playing, then Messi. I need Messi to rise. But it all depends on who that starting center back.
Can I ask you a question without it being like because of the rivalry between Ronaldo and Messi? How can you ever hate Messi?
Because he caused me pain when I was 11 years old.
Yeah, That pain needs to
Back-to-back
become like
pain.
admiration.
Nah, he caused me pain when I was 8 years old too. When he scored a header for the only time in his life. I hold grudges, and I've hated Pep since then. I've hated Barcelona since then. I've hated Messi since then.
Now you grow out of that pain, man.
Look, let me tell you something about football.
Messi, and it's a different game. But anyway, football needs Messi, guys. I'm gonna do.
Oh, it doesn't. Football don't need Messi.
Football
it's
needs
fine.
a Messi masterclass tomorrow, just to silence the doubters a bit more and just to solidify the GOAT. Football needs Messi to win the World Cup. If a little part,
no, it doesn't.
If a little part of you doesn't want Messi to win, the World Cup, a little part, right?
Yeah.
Ignoring your country, whatever, a little part, you're a villain. You're a super villain.
I love being a villain. I love being a villain. That's my favorite thing to be, bro. I love being a villain.
Oh, this guy
99% of my heart wants Neymar to win the World Cup. That's what 99% of me wants, and the other 1% could be the Ronaldo.
Nah, this guy's a proper villain today. Look, you see Messi. I'm taxing Messi, heavy.
Why?
Bro, I've seen Joe Hart pocketed Messi,
Joe Hart?
Bro, go check the tapes. Exactly. Go check the tapes. Google Joe Hart versus Messi. Go check the tape and come back and talk to me, bro.
What game was this?
Joe Hart had the best game.
Bro, go Google that. Nah, go Google that. I won't even talk on it no more.
What game was it?
Messi has never touched the Prem and did anything big in the Prem, bro. When Messi comes to England, bro, Messi gets pocketed.
Oh, that's not true. Yo, that's not true. That's not true.
I think he's got the highest goals for someone to score against the English teams.
He's the English teams up.
Yeah,
pocketed Anfield, pocketed Joe Hart, pocketing, bro. Messi, I'm taxing Messi, bro. City and Liverpool.
Forget about your Chelsea's. He must rise though.
That's up there with the Bruno Gerrard shout from yesterday.
Nah, listen.
Whoa, what Bruno Gerrard?
What did he say?
Whoa, Gerrard slander. I'm here. Yeah, I'm awake. Gerrard hate. I'm here.
Repeat that.
Zaberi said that. I just heard Bruno and Gerrard in the same sentence.
That's all you heard. Exactly.
No. I want to hear what was said.
Clarify it, Zaberi, please clarify that.
I see what Omar is trying to do. Is trying to save Messi from the tax that I applied because the tax is valid. Fair play to you. But let me tell you something, bro. Gerrard is my legend. Like he's up there. When people say, "Yo, name your legend," that's my legend, right? And I basically said, "Nah, I see something in Bruno. He has that ability to drag a team because you know KDB can't drag a team." So I'm like, nah, man, Bruno's Gerrard-esque when it comes to dragging his team. So all I said, I ain't said nothing about scoring. I ain't said nothing about ability, nothing else.
All right,
so
I'll push back on that. All right,
so you saying Bruno can't drag a team?
Villarreal final. What did he do?
Actually, Scott McTominay was the best player on that pitch.
For me, in big games, Bruno goes missing. And there was a stat out.
He has been getting better at it though. He has been getting better at it though. This season, like other than the Man City game, like he's rised up a little bit more. So I think Ten Hag has made him more mature. But yeah, we're getting distracted from Messi. Messi must rise tomorrow. Must, bro.
Wait, Messi rose the other day.
Nah, bro. Mexico was dead. It must rise.
No, try it. Listen, Michael. You say Mexico was dead, yeah? You say Mexico was dead. I guarantee you had like bad drafts on Twitter.
Me not, bro. I knew Mexico was dead, bro. That team is, bro. That front three, bro. I can't even name you that front three. Carlos Vella's back in LA, bro. That team, Chicharito's playing Warzone, crushing out people. That front three is dead. But against Poland, Lewa versus Messi, one of them must rise because Lewa has never made it past the knockout stage of the World Cup. And Messi must win this World Cup because Diego Armando Maradona won that World Cup. And if Messi wants to be remembered in Argentina as much as Diego Armando Maradona, he must win this tournament. So he must rise tomorrow.
I'm going to call it now. Argentina win the World Cup.
They ain't winning crap.
Yeah, they're going to grow into this.
Yo, start working on your apology early.
No, I'm telling you, they're going to win the World Cup.
Doing it, bro.
That World Cup's coming to Rio de Janeiro. That's where that World Cup's coming back to.
Messi will solidify his legacy, his name, and you two are gonna have to apologize and take off that tax, and you're gonna have to call him GOAT.
Yeah. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, it's out there. Google Messi versus Joe Hart. You're gonna be laughing, bro. My man was slapping the pitch and all that, bro. Rolling around in anger. The same thing you did at Anfield, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about your Arsenals, your Chelsea, your Man U. I'm talking about City and Liverpool, bro. Hurt my man's heart and feelings, bro. Here's the thing. I'm not talking about Messi as a player. We obviously know the guy's talented. We obviously know the guy's up there. But yeah, I think his legacy is gonna be just waning out, bro. And we're gonna have to just apply the necessary tax. It's the Barcelona tax. The same reason Pep can't win the Champions League. We're just gonna have to
That's so
apply the
crazy.
Barcelona tax, bro. We're gonna have to just apply the Barcelona tax. Let's call a spade a spade. We're just gonna have to apply the Barcelona tax on my man. And we move on.
For me, it's really not. For me, it's just Messi. I don't think Argentinians. You like compare them with that dog in them. For me, Messi, I don't think he got like. Obviously, he's one of the goals, if not the greatest. But like, bro, that dog in him, like the Carlos Tevez had, or like Maradona had. For me, that's why I said like this guy's Spanish, bro. Like he would have fit. He would have fit perfect in that Spain team because he grew up in Spain. Like for me, he just doesn't look like as an Argentinian player of what you think of Argentinian players. That's why for me, when it comes to that big moments against Argentina, he's never been the one that's made that clutch moment. Copa America, it wasn't him. It was Di Maria. Even in World Cup, he's never scored a goal in the knockout stages of the World Cup. So yeah, he needs to get to the knockout stage. And once that first game comes, whoever they play, if it's Australia, then they should easily beat them like 4-0 minimum. And then once you get to that quarterfinals against the Netherlands and then Brazil, he must step up and score in those games. That's where your legacy's on. Because let me tell you something, there's one boy, Kylian Mbappe. He's coming because that international record that he's got right now is spooky. And if he wins a second World Cup by the age of 23, there's some uncomfortable conversations that are going to have to start being had. So Messi must rise. Just like Ronaldo must rise when Portugal come knockout stages.
Nah, you guys have gone too far. Messi's solidified his legacy.
Let the football gods write their script. And there's a couple scripts I'm seeing that makes sense.
Messi Ronaldo final better not be one of those scripts. I don't want to see that final. I'm saying that right now.
Why not?
Bro, that's a dead final, bro. You're going to see Rafael Leao or Di Maria score the game-winning goal or something. I bet you both of those two are going to have the biggest stinkers you'll ever see in your life in that game. I promise you.
We'll see.
That is so true. Argentina and Brazil needs to happen, but it's not. Because they're going to be on the same side of the draw. Or are they? Because my boy Al-Dasari and Kall are cooking something.
Wait, is the only way that Argentina can qualify tomorrow is with the win, right?
Yeah, unless Saudi, Mexico is a draw.
Or if Mexico win, then Argentina go through?
Yeah. I think no, but it's on. So if Mexico win, Mexico would need to win by 3, I think.
Okay. Argentina's goal difference is +1.
No, it's +1. No, yeah, Mexico would need to win by 4. Because
it's interesting. I said, bro, Messi must rise tomorrow, bro. That team needs you. Because Lautaro Martinez ain't bringing anything to the table. So your team needs you.
Alvarez needs to start.
He does need to start, actually.
Yeah.
Scaloni needs to get his head out of his, because, like, what has Lautaro Martinez done this tournament? Like, absolutely nothing.
All I'm going to say is Messi's the GOAT. And if he wins the World Cup, he's even more the GOAT. And you know who's a GOAT in terms of World Cup status and game? The man, the myth, the legend. Guillermo Ochoa.
Should have saved that Messi shot, though.
GOAT World Cup keeper. Am I wrong or am I right? I think I'm right. Because this guy, I won't be surprised if he has a monster class tomorrow.
Listen, what point is it going to do if he has a monster class and they don't score?
I don't care. That's going to boost his stocks. Bro, that's going to boost his stocks. I don't care. Mexico never made it past the last 16 anyway.
Yeah, so they need goals, man. I think Vega, Jimenez, I know you haven't started much in Lozano, bro. They've been disappointed, man. I don't think they registered a goal all tournament. That's sad. That's very sad, man. And I definitely see Saudi running up on these, man, and getting the necessary 3 points to go through. As far as the Poland and Argentina game, we'll leave that for that game. But Saudi to win this, bro. Saudi have enough in them to win this game. And I'm actually backing the Saudis to go through here.
Yeah, they need to take their chances, whatever chances they get, if they have a chance to go through. Because Saudi sometimes looks a suspect up top, man. I don't know. You've seen a lot of teams, man, with like poor quality forward. Players with no composure sometimes, and it's just getting ridiculous now.
We could potentially see Saudi Arabia, Australia in like the last 16 or something like that.
What a game! Nah, what a game! What a game! Nah, what a game!
If not, it's France versus Saudi Arabia.
What a game! Mbappe versus that high line will be entertaining.
Vibes. Mbappe. No, you can't play that high line against
Mbappe. Mbappe will be eating for sure because
we might see him score 6 goals in a game. I'm not even joking, bro.
Break the record in that game.
Even if they dropped like 5 yards, he's still eating, bro.
He's cooking. But nah, I do think Saudi are gonna beat Mexico, bro. That Mexico team, it's so bad. That front three, Jimenez hasn't played like real football. He's had CTE. Like no offense, like his head injury has like physically declined him as a footballer. I don't know who this Vega guy is, and Lozano is very inconsistent. So Hector Herrera is 45, playing in Houston. This team is just really bad. So.
Yeah, it lack pace in midfield, and I think that's where Saudi's gonna eat. Because Saudi energy against Argentina, bro. I've known people say, "Oh, run his socks off," but they didn't literally run their socks off. I've seen men run their shin pads off in that Saudi game. Like shin pad flew out. And I'm like, nah,
that game was war for them. They were ready for war. That's what they were.
Listen, that intensity in that game alone can destroy Mexico because, like I said, the midfield in Mexico, Alvarez, I rate him, but he doesn't have pace. He's very slow. Even a front three, Vega is probably the fastest out of that three. Bro, this Saudi team can really run up on him. And here's the thing. Mexico isn't a physical team. And I think the only teams that can beat Saudi is either you're going to match them for the tiki-taka or you're going to just bully them like Poland did. And Mexico isn't going to bully them. So I'm telling you, man, Saudi's definitely going through. And the only team I can see giving them good vibes is none other than that team on the screen right here. Australia team, man. The soccer rules. Did they call them soccer rules or the footballer rules, bro? Soccer as well. Nah, soccer big up to Australia, man. Yeah, big up to Australia with the soccer vibes, bro. So it'll be an interesting one, man. But Saudi definitely to go through. I can see him getting 2 past Ochoa. I mean, he might save 30, but they're still gonna get 2 past him. You know.
All I'm gonna say is they're probably playing against the quickest front line they've come up against in Vega and Lozano. So that'll be interesting to see if that high line can sustain guys who are literally bro. Because people like Mbappe, Rashford, these guys will genuinely feast. If you get a ball right, they're over. And now everyone knows the Saudi tactic. They're not going to change. People know that tactic. And they need to be wise to the fact that people know about it. But
I don't think Mexico have anyone to play that pass, though. That's the thing.
That's true. That's true. That is very true. If you had a composed midfield and a fast attack and a number 9 that could link up play and play little flick-ons, they'd cook Saudi. And you know who has that? France have every single bit of that. But if France plays Saudi, it's looking wrong. Hey, we can only pray. Yeah. Who else we got? That's it. I don't know who you lot got going through that group. I've got Argentina topping the group, and I've got Saudi coming second.
Yeah, I'm the same.
No, I'm going Poland, Saudi, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going Poland.
Now, see, I've been hating on Messi, but I actually think he'll rise more. I think he's gonna score, bro. Poland's defense has Glick in it, and like those guys, like Messi's scoring against them. Messi's scoring against him.
Bednarek's hold 9 like 3 times in his career.
Yeah, bro. Like Messi's scoring against them, and Enzo Fernandez is gonna start too, so he's gonna control that whole midfield. So I think Argentina will win tomorrow.
Yeah, it's about time Enzo started, man.
Yeah, I actually want Argentina to win. Bro. I need Messi in the knockout stage so I can keep my agenda going. It keeps that hate in my heart, and that helps me my agendas.
Yeah, it also takes him one step closer to GOAT confirmation. So
yeah, closer, and then that final heartbreak. That's the best part about it.
No, this guy is a sinister villain, man. He said the final heartbreak. He wants me to go to the final and lose it.
Come on.
If it's like against like actually Ronaldo being Messi in the final would be like really interesting
All
to
right, now
see.
you need to calm down. Portugal ain't
But
going that far.
much
bro.
Portugal ain't going that far. So actually, I don't want Argentina going to the final because I think Argentina would actually win the final. That other side, unless it's like France in the final, then I think France beat them. But
Michael, it suits your narrative if he goes out in the group stage, because at least you can say Portugal made it out the group stage. But listen,
that is true. But actually, I also want Argentina Brazil too. I actually want to see that game because that's like one of the greatest games you can see, and I want Neymar to beat Messi on that biggest stage because Neymar's my guy. So I need Neymar to beat Messi on that big stage.
Michael,
Missy.
just
Do you think
come over here, bro.
Neymar's gonna
He's
play
going out tomorrow.
that ankle, man?
Yo, he's getting the biggest injections, bro. He's getting the vein injections.
One of those scooters like that old people drive,
Yeah.
and they've got their feet sticking out. It looked like one of them.
Yeah.
He needs injections in there, take the swelling down. Because I'm not gonna lie, we said it yesterday. That Brazil team without Neymar is like going to.
It's a hard watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like going to, I don't know, walking through the rain without an umbrella. Like, you need it. You need it. Otherwise, you're just drenched. You're miserable. You're gonna rely on the greatest CDM.
Or
apparently.
going to a strip club blind.
Yeah, it's true. That's exactly it, man. But yeah, here's what it is, guys. We're gonna mop up there. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. I believe Grizz will be back. I don't know who else will be back. I won't be there. But yeah, before we leave, look at the ticker. It says smash that like button, y'all. We put y'all there because today's day was USA's day. Today's day was England's day, Senegal's day, and damn, who else?
Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Oh, boring Netherlands. That group A has pissed me off again. But guys, smash the like button. Join the channel. Membership link in the bottom. There will be extra membership perks coming soon. And then yeah, peace. Have a good one.
Peace.